Hey, Wichita, Officer Chad did share public information episode. I did it again, bro.
Public information episode.
Yeah, episode
I'm public
6.
information episode Macy.
It's words are difficult. It is early that we're recording early.
This is
today.
like our earliest one that we've recorded.
It is.
It's like right at the beginning of the day.
It is, man. It is. But episode 6, I think we're doing pretty well, man. It's just you and I today.
Just us.
We got a guest. We'll talk about that here soon. But
how you been? How was your weekend?
My weekend was amazing, bro. Amazing. I went out to the Patrol East Community Policing's event that they put on for Honor Flight.
Oh, how was that?
Cornhole tournament, bro. They raised $4,000.
Wow.
That means they're able to send 5 veterans to Washington D.C. to see the War Memorial.
That's awesome,
bro. It was cool.
I saw somebody comment on that on Facebook. They were like, $4,000. Plane tickets aren't that expensive.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the rest of the money?
Right.
But like plane tickets are like $800 a person.
Yeah.
Like,
and for this specific, for each vet, to send one vet there, it's $800, and that includes their airfare, their lodging, food, everything like that.
Yeah.
So 8 times 5 is 4,000. That's how.
Some people just need to do better math.
Yeah. Well, 8 times. Let me rephrase before they come for you. 8 times 5 is 40, but at $800 a pop. See, that's why.
Yeah,
you get it, though.
I get it.
How was your
weekend?
weekend?
You're saying. It was pretty good. Went to the Wind Surge games. That was pretty cool.
You went as a guest or you were working?
I was working.
Yeah.
I rarely go as a guest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I wish I could go as a guest.
Right.
But gotta
Just
make
so
that
busy.
extra money, you know?
Yeah. How's work going? You busy up there?
Like in the office?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Because you got
nonstop.
Because you're not just Crime Stoppers, right? We have our own job.
Yeah,
right?
I have my PIO job, and then I do Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
And Crime Stoppers has been busy. We had our meeting last week, and we're doing some new stuff to try to raise awareness about fentanyl. And we're also doing some stuff with Sedgwick County and WPD on cold case stuff that's going to come up soon. So always busy. Yeah. Always busy in the PIO unit, as you know.
Yeah, man. I'm in charge of the website, right? WichitaPolice.com. So I'm in charge of making sure everything there stays updated. A lot of other people in the department can update certain things and everything, but a lot of things I'll make sure that it's staying updated, or we're adding things and everything like that. So we're going to hopefully be revamping that, bringing it a little bit more up to date in the coming months. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, because it's a little bit hard to navigate sometimes.
Yeah. So we got an event coming up this weekend. You ever been to Napsker Park?
I have been. It's been a while, but I like to go there to. I like to go to Homegrown. That's like one of my favorite breakfast spots.
Yeah. Well, there's a pie place there too.
Yeah. It's like connected to Homegrown.
Yes. Yeah.
And they have all sorts of good pies. You can get a Franken pie there. Do you know what that is? It's so they take a bunch of different types of pie and they arrange them all in like one pie. So it's one pie made up of like 8 slices of different types of pie. It's amazing.
Dude, that sounds delicious.
A lot of variety.
I had my wife loves carrot cake, right? So they had a carrot cake pie there. I'm like, gotta be good, right? I loved it, but I think my wife was just so ready to have carrot cake that when it was in a pie form, she was like, "No, I'm good."
What's the difference between carrot cake and carrot cake pie?
Well, this
what makes it a pie?
I think it was just the filling itself. So it wasn't like that moist like stuff that you get in cake. It was more like a cheesecake kind of texture.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the frosting is in the pie.
Yeah. But I loved it, bro. It was delicious. And one thing I loved about it didn't have raisins in it, like some carrot cake has.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the raisins in carrot cake. A lot of the carrot cake I've eaten doesn't have raisins.
Really?
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm 100% cool with that. So, but we have a guest. Are we ready for a guest? We got some more.
Oh no!
So we're talking about the event. We got sidetracked about pie.
Yeah, you didn't even finish talking about what happened at Napsker Park.
So Napsker Park this weekend, on Saturday, I want to say 1 to 4. There's a bike.
You want to say that, or that's when it's happening?
I want to say that because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's 1 to 4. It's definitely at 1 p.m., but it's a bike rodeo, and it's being put on by the Wichita Police Foundation. Sergeant Justice will be there.
Oh my gosh!
I've confirmed that Sergeant Justice will be there. But it's going to be a great time. Mounted Unit is going to be there as well. I think they're going to have a canine show. So
when I hear the word bike rodeo, a lot of questions come into my head. Is there going to be lassoing events happening?
That does, right?
Or like barrel racing?
I don't think so.
Any of the classic rodeo events? Rodeo clowns, are they going to be there?
I think what it is it's a mixture of everything, right? So they're going to teach people about bike safety. I think they're going to be having some bicycle helmets there as well to show you how to put them on and wear them properly. Some CP teams are going to be there with their e-bikes that were purchased by the Wichita Police Foundation. So it's going to be an amazing event, man. And I live like a couple blocks from there right now.
Yeah.
So, and I love that place. Did you go to NAFSCAR Park before the remodel?
Yeah,
right.
I drove by it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I ever stopped in
Dude,
for a quick lunch or anything like that.
So that's covered by the Southside Bureau, and I worked Southside for a little over 2 years. So plenty of calls down there. So the city's done an amazing job of revamping and revitalizing that
it's really
area.
nice down there.
Dude,
They have a lot of events down there too now, which is cool.
One of the coolest, smallest dog parks down there too, bro. So they have like the grass area. It's also it's like it's turf.
Yeah, it's
but
fake.
But it's in like it comes to a point. Trying to figure out how to.
So like a triangle.
Yeah, a triangle. Yeah, sure.
Like a shape.
Yeah, but all the dogs go to the top in order to relieve themselves. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's like a ramp.
Yeah, well, but not even. It's just straight like a little mountain, but like with a really high peak. I guess.
Is there some sort of like biology behind that? Why dogs choose that spot?
I don't know.
Or is it just because it smells like
I
dog
think it's because
pee
they just want to
and
be at the top, and then the higher they go, I guess more. I don't know.
We'll have to get a dog expert on here sometime.
Maybe.
Or one of our canine guys or something can explain it.
We can get the man himself, Sergeant Jonker, to come join the podcast.
He may have an answer for us on that.
Yeah, he might. But we got
Who's our
Captain
guest
Travis
today?
Easter.
Oh,
Yeah, Captain over Patrol North right now.
nice.
So
He just got promoted, didn't he?
he did. He's been promoted probably, a month or two now?
Brand new captain.
Yeah. So we're going to bring him in. I think he's here. He's in the building.
In the building.
Yeah,
Let's
you
get
need a
him on.
refill?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, we're going to get a
Almost
refill, and then we'll be right back with Captain Travis Easter.
Welcome back from our refill. We have with us in studio today Captain Travis Easter. Captain.
Good morning, guys.
Welcome.
Morning.
Thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
You just got promoted, right?
I did just about 2 months ago, and they're going to be doing the ceremonies tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So, yeah, thank you.
How's
Appreciate
it been in the captain role for you so far?
So it's been good. It's been different. With I've been on the department for 24, going on 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Through all those roles, you go to a bunch of different places, but my last really 9 years of my career have been spent in places that weren't in patrol.
Right.
Mhm.
And so you all know that stuff can change in 2 months, right, on patrol, on what we do and how we do things. And 9 years is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
On the difference of getting back out there and seeing things
Yeah.
on a daily basis, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's Travis Easter? What is it? What are you like? What's your background? What do you like to do?
Well, so I was born here in Wichita area. Grew up here. Went to high school. Went to college. A couple different places. Went to K-State for a little while, and came back and ended up finishing my degree at Friends.
Okay.
I have a wife and 2 daughters. We got quite an age gap. One's 13 and one's 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, so got a lot of craziness going on with sports and stuff like that. As far as what I like to do, I'm a pretty big sports guy. I'll pretty much watch anything. Was pretty active playing rec sports until 40 hit, and then things start to hurt a little more, change a little bit, right? So yeah, I mean, just kind of sports, and that's mostly hobby stuff, golf, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your team?
So really, I'll watch. K-State's my college team.
Okay.
I got to cheer for Wichita State. Right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Whenever Kansas team's playing somebody outside or NCAA tournament comes around, I'll cheer for KU. But,
Okay.
but no, I'm a K-Stater at heart. When it comes to NFL, I'm a Broncos fan.
Oh, dang.
So everybody,
Ouch.
you guys got to think about this, right?
Yeah.
So grow up in Wichita, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where are your pro teams at? It's either
To the west or
to the west, to the east, to the south.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody was picking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Back in the '90s, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to be a Cowboys fan,
Right.
But so yeah, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things through the years. So the Broncos, actually like the Texas Rangers in baseball.
Oh, okay.
So I'm loyalist to K-State, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So.
See, I'm a K-State football fan because that's just how I grew up, but I'm a diehard KU basketball fan, and the same reason. But this is the most diverse we've been so far with. We're like AFC West because Trevor is a Raiders fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I don't bring that up a lot.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't not hear
Right?
it.
I wouldn't either.
Most people don't know that about me. And when they find out, I lose a lot of friends. So
Right.
I don't know. That's
I
not
can
a
see
good.
that.
Yeah. So I want to ask the obvious question that everybody asks when they hear your name. Do you have any relatives in law enforcement that might be
No.
popular?
No, I
You
don't. No, I'm just joking.
So like,
okay, I got that totally wrong.
So actually, so my uncle was one of the last majors on the Wichita Police Department years ago, and so he was here for whatever it was, 20 some years. Back then they were a little bit less time than what we are now. And then my cousin, so his son, my cousin, is the sheriff,
Oh,
the Sedgwick County Sheriff.
Cool.
So
there you go.
yep.
Is there any like rivalry with you guys on being different departments? Or?
No, yeah, to be honest, you guys know how taxing this job can
Yeah.
be sometimes. Stressful,
Yeah.
right? Honestly, everybody always thinks I know what's going on with him, but we don't see each other that often.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like any other
'cause
family.
everybody's got stuff going
Yeah.
on, right? And when we do. Yeah, we kind of really try not to talk about
Right.
work too much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because, what are we going to do? Just keep talking about the same stuff we deal with all week long?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
gotta talk about sports or something else.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've been in a lot of different places in the department. Can you talk about kind of the various areas you've been throughout your career and kind of some of your favorites?
Really, I started on patrol like we all do, right? For years, I was on a couple different the special community action teams, right?
Yes.
The SCAT teams
Yeah.
that do the neighborhood drug enforcement, violent crimes, things like that. I did that for quite a while through my patrol career. I was a undercover detective in Vice. I really was only in a couple different spots in Special Investigations Bureau as a detective. As a sergeant, I've been in all the different patrol bureaus, gravitated back towards SCAT again, was a SCAT supervisor. As a lieutenant, I supervised our lab section, of property and
okay.
evidence.
Okay. Yeah.
I supervised a training with training recruits, recruitment, things of that nature. I was on patrol as a lieutenant.
Yeah.
And then the last several years, I was back in Special Investigations Bureau as a lieutenant again. And obviously, as you could probably tell by what I keep telling you, the drug enforcement, the violent crimes work is really what kind of pulls me in that direction. It seems like it's something I really enjoy.
So being in Vice and stuff, that's where we deal with prostitution, gambling, things of that sort. Some of the things that people always ask us too is like, these gambling machines are everywhere, right? Especially the small little mom and pop gas stations and stuff like that. Can you touch on why those are illegal, or maybe the dangers that come along with those being in some of those stores?
Yeah, so part of the issues that we deal with pretty regularly when it comes to machines like that is, I guess, from the very initial part of it, there has to be certain things to make a machine illegal, right? And I've really, without getting in all the weeds of it, these machines, 99% of them that are in stores that you go up, put money in, hit a button, and it turns like a slot machine at a casino, they were illegal in Kansas. Yeah. The problem that happens with it is that there's no regulation to it.
Yeah. Right.
So what people will do is, you can set the machines to whatever levels you want to pay out, right?
Yeah.
Well, casinos are regulated, have to pay out certain percentages and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where here you can set it to everybody wins to to start off, right? Draw people in, get them to where they're at, and then when they start showing up, change the machine to nobody wins.
Yeah.
And now you're just taking everybody's money, right? And that's a very simplistic deal, but so that's part of the problem. The other part is that with that cash flow that exists around these types of businesses, especially the ones that aren't even in actual stores, just the ones that are just set up for gambling, you have crime spikes within those areas. Whether it's people going there trying to obtain money to gamble, whether it's the places being robbed themselves, anywhere you have illegal activity and cash flow, you have upticks in crime.
Yeah,
right?
you attract that illegal clientele kind of pretty much. Yeah,
and so those are, as from a pretty simple view, those are like two of the biggest problems as to why we struggle with those, and also why we try to get those machines out. Yeah, and why we try to enforce it, right? Because of the victimization. Yeah,
especially like dealing, because a lot of times you have people that are battling addiction. Right. That are coming in there and everything and just trying to get out of, even trying to raise some extra money to pay rent or get their fix and stuff, and it just keeps some people down even more and stuff. So.
It does, and that's another problem too, right? There is no support system for anybody that frequents those places. Yeah. Whether people utilize it or not, the casinos and stuff, they're required to provide information, to provide the resource that's out there. I don't know if you've ever seen billboards and stuff like that, but so there's nothing there to help people.
Yeah.
So
they always have those little disclaimers at the end of their radio advertisements. Is what I hear. Like, if you have a gambling addiction, call the number. So
right, and that's part of it, right? Yeah. Is providing people an avenue. Saying you might not want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of where it's at with the machines.
I gotcha.
So, as a new captain, you've taken over command of the Patrol North Bureau. Mm-hmm. What are some of your goals, kind of coming into that and getting your feet wet with being a captain?
Right now, my goal is to honestly learn the people that I work with. Meaning, I shouldn't say learn them, get to know them.
Yeah.
Like I said, being in a different area for the last several years, there's a lot of new officers, and I don't know many of them, right? And it's so much easier to work with people when you at least have some interaction with them and get to see them. Well, where I'm struggling right now is there's 4 shifts, running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
How do I kind of get to where I know some of the people, right? As far as long-term goals, it's the obvious things you would think, I guess, reducing violent crime, reducing juvenile crime, working within the programs we have on our department.
Yeah.
I guess being open to other programs that we can look at, other things we can try to do. Not everything's always traditional enforcement.
Yeah.
It exists and it should exist, right? But not everything revolves strictly around that. But, that's really a couple of our biggest problems right now in the city is juvenile crime in general, but violent juvenile crime.
Yeah. And
how do we combat that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one that's it's definitely going to be law enforcement and the community working together in order to talk to these kids and hopefully reach some of them. So I know a lot of the juvenile intervention unit, Watson and Avendano, they're doing a lot of great work over there. And,
they are, and you talk about those are guys that I love working with, and they do an excellent job. We could use 100 guys like that, right? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
guys,
absolutely.
ladies, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's tough.
Yeah,
it truly is, and then you throw in things like fentanyl, and all the addictions and things like that on top of it that spike other crimes like property crimes and stuff like that. Those are the things I'm looking at, I guess, in a bigger picture sense that you want to try to have an impact on.
Yeah, for sure. So switching gears a little bit, something a little bit more lighthearted. We play a game with all our guests. It's called One Has to Go.
Okay.
So we're going to put something up on the screen. We got 4 items. You have to choose one has to go away, forever. We have cheesecake, cookies, ice cream, and pie. That's all pie, not just one type of pie, but pie in general. So one has to go. What's your pick, Captain?
Yeah, I gotta say pie. I mean, you can handful cookies all day long, walk around, and you can put them in your pocket if you have to, right?
Pocket cookies. I haven't thought of that.
I mean, cheesecake's some good stuff too.
The cheesecake is some good, but you're ruining Thanksgiving by getting rid of pie.
That is true.
You know,
but you could have a cheesecake on Thanksgiving and nobody's going to complain.
They might hit. Yeah, I could see that.
You could hand out Thanksgiving cookies and nobody's
right.
Right,
that's true.
Thanksgiving
but
cookies?
You're gonna have you think Thanksgiving, right? Most of the time you think turkey, you think of a pumpkin pie. Now you just pumpkin pie gotta go.
If I have to choose one, it's pie.
Oh man,
forever.
And I could lose pumpkin pie and be all right.
You're not a pumpkin pie fan?
I don't mind it. I'd probably have more like whipped cream on it than
right. You see the ones where it's like the whipped cream and then they put the pie in the whipped cream. Yeah. See, I'm getting rid of cookies.
What?
Yeah. You know,
I don't even know you right now,
bro. I'm so, I think it would just pie. I like pie.
There is nothing
pumpkin
better.
Pie, bro. You know the best pie too is the cherry pie with the crisp on top. Delicious.
That's great, but that's not better than a chocolate chip cookie.
It is absolutely
just a
better
classic
than
Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookie with a cold glass of milk. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, no, because a lot of people mess up cookies because they make it's too crispy. It's not like soft or moist or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, bro, I'm getting rid of cookies.
You haven't tried my cookies.
Yeah, well,
Oreos too. You're getting rid of Oreos.
Yeah, that would be a tough one.
That's Milk's favorite cookie.
Right.
You know, TikTok's helped me eat Oreos cleaner. Have you seen how to do this?
With a fork.
With the fork.
Stick the fork in the cream, and then you dip it in the milk.
Yeah, so much cleaner.
Really?
Yeah, you don't get your fingers all dirty. You don't got to worry about dropping the cookie and everything. So,
see, I usually put the Oreo in the milk, let it soak for a little bit, and scoop it out with a spoon.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
Have you done the Oreo cake in the cup?
No.
Bro, you put the Oreo in the cup, smash it up a little bit, put a little bit of milk in there, put that thing in there for a minute 25, Oreo cake instantly.
Wait, don't you have to put some other stuff in there too?
No, nothing.
Though?
You don't need flour, no nothing. Just do it.
That sounds okay. I'll try it.
Yeah,
I'll let you know
yeah.
next time.
Sorry, these are conversations.
Yeah, hey, you go. I'm just sitting here.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. We appreciate having you, and we're glad to see you up at Patrol North, and can't wait to see the good work that you do up there. So.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No, thank you.
Yep.
All right.
We'll be back after a refill.
Hey, welcome back, Wichita. That was Captain Travis East. That was a pretty good interview.
It was a good interview.
Bro, you know what's really hard for me? So I've been on the department 7 years, and I've never seen him in uniform because he's always been in an undercover capacity.
Yeah.
So it's just odd seeing
It's
him
interesting.
in a uniform.
Yeah, seeing somebody in uniform that you're not used to.
Yeah.
It'd be like seeing you in a uniform at this point. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Because
just
we
not
never
used to
worked
that.
together until PIO.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then, yeah,
definitely gives a person a different look. But
yeah. And then I didn't realize like how all over the department he's been in a good way.
Oh yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of experience there. You could learn a lot from him.
You could. And he's been on 24 years. Where do you want to be in 24 years if you're still in this department?
24 years, I will be 54 years old. So I hope I'm retired.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You're going to retire like you're right at 20.
I want to live on a sailboat in the Florida Keys.
There you go.
That's where I want to be in 24 years.
That sounds safe.
Yeah, until hurricane season.
Yeah, right. So I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to work for all in those different departments and everything. You know, have a wide variety of tools in your toolbox, if you will.
Well, that's the cool thing about working on this department is there's really a kind of a niche for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's something a particular person is good at and has skills at, there's a place for them. Like we're in the public information unit.
Yeah.
This is a good place for us because we can talk to people. We can host a podcast.
Yeah.
People who are good with dogs. They
Yes.
can be canine handlers. People
You can ride
who
a horse.
Yeah. People who are good with young adults, kids, they can work as a SRO at a high school, things like that. So there's really a ton of stuff to do on this department. So if you're considering a career change,
Yes.
WPD is hiring.
Yeah. WPDjobs.com?
WPDjobs.com.
Or is it gov?
.gov. We'll put a link.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the description this time.
Well, WichitaPolice.com is the website.
Yeah.
And you can get to the
there.
job section from there.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put some information out also on a homicide investigation. We are soliciting information from the public reference a homicide that occurred in the 7900 block of West Cottontail on May 1st. Approximately 2 in the morning, officers were dispatched to a man down report in the 7900 block of West Cottontail. They located 49-year-old Kurt Kruger deceased, and the investigation is working as a vehicular homicide at this point. We have a photograph of a vehicle that was caught on camera leaving the area during that time frame. So if anybody knows anything about this case, the vehicle, the identity of the person in that vehicle, you can call WPD Investigations. You can call Detective Nelson, 316-350-3686, or if you would like to remain anonymous, you can call Crime Stoppers at 316-267-2111. If your tip to Crime Stoppers leads to an arrest in this case, you could be eligible for a cash reward of up to $2,500. And the case number on that is 22C025903 for reference. So.
Yeah, any kind of tip or help, if you know anything about it, would be not only helpful for the Wichita Police Department to solve this the case, but to bring the family some closure. Yeah. Anytime we lose a loved one before his or her time, I think is rough in general. So, in case you don't know where the 7900 block of West Cottontail is, it's over near Central and Tyler area, a little bit to the east of that. So, yeah, sad story. Hopefully we get some tips, get some calls, and be able to solve this case. So,
hope so.
Guess what?
What?
So we monitor Police Web. We got a question that came in.
We got a question?
Okay.
Yeah. What's the question?
The question came in from Anthony.
Anthony.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world? So
this doesn't have anything to do with law enforcement.
It has nothing to do with law enforcement, but you know what? We said that. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have to have anything to do. If you just want to submit a question, we can ask it. Anthony did want to mention that he is a longtime listener, first-time caller or emailer, since that's what he did here.
Anthony, I am neither an expert on doors or wheels.
Yeah.
So I don't know that my answer is going to be definitive scientifically. But I can take my best crack at it. I'm going to say there's probably more doors than wheels.
I'm just thinking, like, I lived in San Antonio for 3.5 years, and there's lots of traffic there. So that's lots of cars, 4 wheels per car, even if you count the 2-wheel ones. I'm going to say wheels.
But hear me out here.
Okay.
Each of those cars has at least 3 doors, does it not? Because even if it's a coupe, a 2-door car, it's going to have a trunk door.
Oh,
right.
Are we counting the trunk as a door?
I think it's a door.
Yeah,
it's on hinges.
You say, hey, man, go open the trunk door.
Opens and closes.
Ooh.
It's on hinges. What's the definition of a door? Now you're getting into some metaphysical stuff about doors and wheels.
And then now I'm thinking about it, dude, like a house. I'm building a house. I've talked about this before.
Houses don't have wheels unless they're mobile.
No, but think you got a front door, a back door. You got a pantry door.
You've got closet doors, bedroom, bathroom doors. Ooh. I hope you have a bathroom door.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, must.
Think about how many doors are in this building in City Hall.
Yeah.
Think about how many doors are, there's so many. Cabinet doors.
Oh. Okay.
Refrigerator doors.
I think it's doors.
But is a hinge a wheel?
Oh, because it opens and closes?
Nah, I don't think it's a wheel.
I'm sleeping. I told you this is early, man. My bad. So I know I have the answer. I wanted to give my honest opinion what I thought before the answer was given, but
what is the answer?
It is doors.
You looked it up?
No, Anthony provided the answer.
How does Anthony know? Is he an expert?
Yeah, well, apparently he is an expert. So
I think doors makes most sense.
Yeah.
Because even with all the cars in the world, there's those cars are all going to somebody's house, right?
That's true.
And the house is going to have more
they're going to a business.
Yeah.
There's
so many doors.
Even the drive-through window, that opens up, closes like a door. That's a window.
You know where else there's a lot of doors?
Yeah.
By
Tyler's even saying, toy cars and stuff like that with doors and stuff.
Yeah. Small doors.
Dude.
Dollhouses.
Yeah. Good question, Anthony. See this conversation you're sparking? Anthony listens to us on the podcast. He doesn't watch the YouTube. He might, but he listens to us on podcast.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting because he likes our voices well enough to be able to clean his house and do things like that. But
I guess that makes sense.
So this podcast airs on YouTube. right? And it's aired on the City of Wichita's YouTube page as well as the Wichita Police Department's YouTube. Words difficult, bro, today.
They are hard.
Yeah. So as well as the Wichita Police Department's YouTube page. And we had a couple comments on the City of Wichita ones when they posted it. So
good comments.
We had one good comment, one bad comment, but we're being transparent, right? So we're going to read the good with the bad.
Okay.
All right. I won't list the names.
This is like reading mean tweets from celebrities.
It is like reading mean tweets. So the first one, awesome show, guys. Please keep them coming. It definitely shows the community that there's a person behind the badge.
It's almost like that's exactly the point of this podcast.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody gets it.
Yeah. So then the second one.
Okay.
This feels like a waste of taxpayer dollars. How many people even watch the episodes?
Oh.
Shouldn't you guys be out patrolling the streets to keep the community safe?
Wow.
It's fair. It's fair, right? Because we are here. We're not in uniform.
Right.
We're definitely not out on the streets patrolling.
We are police officers.
Yeah.
So.
And on the Wichita Police Department, to answer the question, on the Wichita Police Department YouTube page, we average around 200 views per episode, which is pretty decent.
Yeah.
For a police department's YouTube page.
A lot more views than the previous version of the podcast.
Yeah.
Which is good. That was the intent.
Mm-hmm.
The more, obviously, we would like more people to watch.
Yeah.
But this show is in its infancy. It's in its early stages.
Yes.
We're getting it going, figuring out the formula. So we are happy, you know, with as many people watch
and
as
the
are
good
watching.
thing with the public information, as our unit is, our job is to put out information to the public.
Right.
And we try to do that in ways where everybody can gather information from us, because some people, don't watch Facebook or they don't watch Twitter and stuff, but some people are watching YouTube videos all day long.
Yeah.
So this is another way for us to allow the community to get to know us, get to know me, get to know Trevor, and all the members of the department that we bring on. So,
and then the second part of that on patrolling the streets, you and I don't work in patrol.
Yeah.
We work in the chief's office in the public information unit. Our job is to provide information to the public. We provide updates on critical incidents, but we also serve as a sort of a PR role for the department. So our job is to promote the department, the work that we do, the good things happening in the community, and so this is literally our job. Yeah, like we're not patrol officers,
and we get to showcase and highlight everything that the city does for the police department as well. I mean, we got our producer in my ear, Tyler. He's helping produce the show, and he's a part of the city communications team. Yeah, and they have a podcast, and they give us shout outs there. So it's all of us working together to not only bring make a better Wichita or showcase Wichita, but to also highlight the Wichita Police Department.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about being accessible, being transparent, and just informing the people that we serve of what's going on in the department and in the community. So.
Yes. Speaking of social media, because I really like making TikToks and getting our TikTok.
You do really like making TikToks.
I do, but it's so difficult to come up with one. But I made one at the Honor Flight Cornhole tournament. Mm-hmm. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did,
bro. I thought it was hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
How many views did that get?
I think it's up to 1,000 now. I'm not 100% sure. So I haven't checked recently.
We got to work on some ideas for TikTok Tuesdays.
I know. We missed this last TikTok Tuesday.
If anybody has suggestions
absolutely
for TikTok Tuesdays or questions that you want answered on the podcast, or you just want to send in a comment, concern, criticism, anything like that, you could send them to policeweb@wichita.gov. That's where we get all our emails, all of our questions. So feel free to reach out there, and we'll answer your questions on the podcast. So
you got anything coming up this weekend, man? You got any fun events that you got planned?
Got a wedding.
Okay.
I'm going to on Saturday. One of my academy buddies is getting married.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's it.
That's it?
Oh, and a birthday dinner on Sunday for my girlfriend.
Okay. Congrats. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Haley.
There you go. Let's see. I'm heading up to Kansas City next week, so I leave Sunday. I'm going for some media relations training.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So, be in Kansas City for 5 days.
Wow.
Training all day long. So, I'm excited to learn from other different PIOs and everything too. So,
I'll miss you.
Oh no, man. It's gonna be rough. I won't be here. You and Paul are gonna hold it down.
We'll have to, man. We'll have to make it work.
Yeah, so. I'm excited. I'm excited to see. So. You want to finish? You want to wrap up with some fun facts?
I always forget about the fun facts.
Man,
You go first, and I'll think of a fun fact.
Dude, so thinking about TikToks and everything, right? And involves my fun facts. I was listening to music. I love to listen to music and blare music in my apartment while I'm cooking. And I realized, bro, that I have a wide variety of music that I listen to. For instance, have you ever heard of a group called Goody Mob?
No.
Okay, so it's like it had CeeLo Green in it. If I got his name wrong, my bad. Don't come for me, y'all. But I'm pretty sure it was CeeLo Green. He was a part of this group in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think. So Goody Mob is an acronym. It stands for The Good Die Mostly Over BS is how it's said, but it's not. BS is just one word. That's the B in mob. Anyway, they have a song on there that I love. And I go from, and it's kind of like rap, hip hop kind of thing. And I go from that to Celine Dion, Because You Love Me.
I love Celine Dion.
Dude. And I was trying to think, how on TikToks they have those, if you know it, sing along, and they count down 1 through 5. I was trying to make that because I think I could hit almost every genre of music for what I
genre.
Yeah.
I will listen to about anything except country music.
Really?
You don't not a like country music fan. Now, I will say I do love Garth Brooks, George Strait, some of the older classic dudes, but like most modern country to me is just not it.
No.
It's always like I got my truck at the lake, got a beer, and it's like
truck broke down, your dog passed away.
Well, it's not even sad country anymore either. It's just like it's all about like partying and going to the lake, it seems. Yeah. And it's like, that's fun on the weekend.
I mean, that's true. I listen to
I grew up depth in my lyrics.
I grew up with 90s music or 90s country music with my parents. That's all they listened to and stuff. But
Garth Brooks is the GOAT of country music.
What's the one song everybody always sings at weddings? You're probably going to sing it at your wedding this week.
Friends in Low Places.
Friends in Low Places, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a must.
I'm going to sing that this weekend.
Yeah, it's probably stuck in people's heads right now. So, but that's a fun fact about me, man. So
you have wide music tastes. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I guess fun fact about me that we just discussed a little bit ago on the refill. I have 2 cats.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you're a cat guy, not a dog guy?
Cats are much easier for me. My schedule does not really work well with a dog because they require a lot of attention, a lot of walking. Yes. You got to let them out. But the cats, I have an automatic feeder, a water bowl. Yeah. I can leave town for 3 days and they're fine. Oh. They're very self-sufficient and they hate me. So
really,
they don't.
That's because you don't show them no love.
Well, I do, but it's like they don't need me to give them attention.
What are your cats' names?
This is going to be embarrassing.
Can you not say your cat's name?
No, I can say them, but you're going to have more questions than answers if I say, okay, so Treatses. And Brisket. Yeah.
First, how do you spell Treatses?
Treatses.
Okay, I thought you were going to do like apostrophe at the end of the S.
No. Okay. It's like a Lord of the Rings thing. It's a really long story on how that. Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
No, I was hoping you'd ask.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Not a Lord of the Rings.
We got to end the
podcast.
Padcast.
Yeah.
We got to end the podcast now because that's disappointing.
So those are Lord of the Rings things.
Well, the name,
the references.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you wouldn't understand.
No, apparently not. No. Again, another movie show series that is unrealistic. That's why I don't watch it.
Every time my opinion of you starts to increase, you say something that just tanks it.
Oh no, man!
So we gotta work on that.
Okay. Send us an email
we'll work
if
on
you
that.
are not a Lord of the Rings. Send me an email if you are not to be on my side.
Or send me an email with your favorite Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, speaking of people on my side, I have to bring that up because they gave me a shout out. He gave me a shout out. You know who is not a Star Wars fan?
Who?
Tyler. The guy in my ear, the producer, Tyler.
Have you at least seen them, though? Has he at least seen them?
He's not a Lord of the Rings fan either.
What?
Yes. See, you are outnumbered here today. Now what?
I can't work in this environment.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just, and then now you disappeared. Tyler's going to do something. You gone.
That's fine. I don't want to be a part of this anymore if I'm working with people who don't watch Lord of the Rings or Star Wars.
Well, I'm excited to see you and Paul work together next week. I want to see how... who you guys get on the podcast. I'll be really.
Yeah, we're gonna find a good guest. Yeah, someone to really up the ante.
Yeah, should get another patrol captain. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yep. Till next week. You guys stay safe. Have a good weekend. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Bye.